Well, welcome back, guys, to Team Peaches Dog Training and Education. I am Jean Pam. That amazing little dog behind me, that is Peaches. And my training team consists of 5 dogs, and I have a total of 8 in my pack. My 5 dogs, my training team, consists of Peaches, Daisy, Nikki, Shay, and Prince. And they have had more training than any of my other dogs, and they accompany me to see various clients depending on the needs of each individual dog that I am working with. I bring whichever dog is appropriate. I also have these guys be my demo dogs when teaching clients how to work with their own dogs and addressing issues that their dogs may have. Okay, with that said, so I went online and I found this amazing guy by the name of Christophe Clugstan. He is a tactical and movie dog trainer. I mean, I don't know if there's anything he can't train any dog to do. I mean, he's just freaking amazing. So I reached out to him. I invited him to look at a couple of my videos here on YouTube, Team Peaches Dog Training and Education. I really didn't expect a whole lot, but the man contacted me. And to make a long story short, he saw a few of my videos. And he reached out to me and he wanted to ask me if I was interested in doing a podcast with him. I said, absolutely, yeah. I mean, let's do this. And we did it. So one of the things, I'm jumping in a little bit, we're going to do another podcast tomorrow. The introduction is already up and running. But one of the things that Christopher does, Christophe, not Christopher, but Christophe does, is he does a quarter mile sit stay. That is freaking amazing within itself. I mean, I've never seen anybody do that before. So I decided, because Peaches is really good about maintaining position, today I decided to give it a shot. Now, she can do the 1/8 mile. I know she does that fine. But today, my friends, I decided to give it a shot. First time, I am going to try to do have Peaches do a quarter mile sit stay. Well, lie down stay, because she does have her hips bother her sometimes. So I'm going to ask her to lay down on the ground. I'm going to have Gail here with me. And Gail is going to be the mark so you can see where everything is. I'm going to drive her backwards a full quarter of a mile away from her. Now, this may not seem like a big deal, but please understand, Peaches was thrown out of a car. She has real fears of being abandoned. I adopted her back in April of 2018. She was not even wanted by the Humane Society. She was on the euthanasia list. She had been there for 2.5 months. When they found her, she had mange. She was really sick. She was very thin, but she was terrified of people. I mean, extreme terror of people. The kind where no matter if you offered her food or not, she'd run away. And so it took them a while to catch her. And once they got her, she refused to eat. When I met her, which was on April the 10th of 2018, I was drawn to go to the Humane Society 5 minutes before closing. All right, 5 minutes, folks, before closing. I got through the doors and I walked up and down, the aisles to see all the kennels, and nothing really struck me because I had this. Oh, I was coming back from Africa. Let me step back. I was coming back from Africa and I was in the Netherlands at the time. And I had this incredible, overwhelming urgency and this feeling that I needed to go to the Humane Society. And at first I thought it was just simply because I was tired. I mean, I had already had a long flight from Kenya over to the Netherlands. And so I thought, well, it'll pass. Sometimes you get thinking weird when you're really tired. Okay, 5 days later, after being home on a Wednesday, I was hit with this overwhelming feeling. It was so bad it made my mouth drool. I mean, I was drooling, and I mean, it was like something came up and it was hitting me with this urgency was beyond anything I could imagine. All right. So I went to the Humane Society, and so let's get a little further on, closer to the present. I didn't see anything special there. I mean, if I could, I would have taken all the dogs home, but no particular dog jumped out at me. I got to the end kennel. There was a little black and white dog there, was jumping all over the place, high-end energy and all that stuff. Didn't really, stand out to me, okay? And then I noticed apparently there was a little stuffed toy some kind of stuffed animal toy that was at the way back in the kennel. Long story short, it wasn't a stuffed toy. It was a terrified little dog that only weighed 28 pounds. And I remember she moved her ear. That is how I knew it was actually a living animal. So, make the story a little bit shorter. When she made contact with me, it was on. I adopted her that day, and for the next 4.5 months, I worked with her on trying to get her to trust me, to be okay in my presence. And finally, I was almost to the point thinking, I can't help this dog. I mean, there's nothing I can do. Maybe it would have been kinder just to allow her to be euthanized. Because, I mean, she was the most challenging, emotionally challenging dog I've ever met. She was not aggressive. It was just her fear was so high. You approach her, she would freeze. You tried to feed her, she'd run away and hide. I would go to put a collar on her, and she would do nothing but shake. You know, that kind of intense fear. And then I finally, after 4 months, I finally got her to a point where she was okay riding around the car with me, but she always kept her eye on me very, very close. And I remember an occasion when I was here in where I live, we don't have regular drinking water coming out of faucets. You have to go to a water station to get it, or you buy your water, because it's just the way it is out here, where everything's going through solid rock. So I live in Hawaii on the Big Island, by the way. Anyway, so I remember I had parked a little too far away from the water spigot, and I needed to back up to get a little closer. I had Peachy get out. She was doing really well at her sit and stays, and I closed the door, and instantly her eyes dilated. She began shaking. She didn't cry out, but she started shaking, and that's when I knew this dog had been abandoned. Somebody had pushed her out of a car, and at that point I had to let her know that I was not leaving her, and that was tough. So I kept telling her to wait, and that was super hard for her, but she still obeyed. And I backed up a few feet, opened the door, and let her know she was an amazing dog. And the relief on her face when I told her to get back in the car, it was something you would just have to see. Okay, so let's move on to right now. So what I am about to do is I'm going to take Peachy home. I'm going to get her e-collar, only for signaling, because there's no way I can yell loud enough to get this dog a quarter of a mile away, right? Okay, to get her to come to me. So we're going to do that. Depending on the temperature of the sidewalk, I may or may not put a towel down, because I don't want her to be, burned or anything. And let's see what happens. A quarter of a mile, folks. Let's see. Okay, can she do it? Well, I've said this many times before. Believe in your dog. If you believe in your dog, they know it. Trust in your dog so they can believe and trust in you. So let's get on with this video, and I'll see you soon. So there Gail is, and now right now Peachy's in the car with me, and I'm going to drive all the way up there for a quarter of a mile. Okay, here I am, and I'm going to turn around and show you here in just a moment how far away Gail is. Okay, can you see her moving around down there? That is a quarter mile away. And so this is going to be particularly difficult for Peaches, because she was abandoned. She apparently was pushed out of a car, and the people drove off and left her behind. The reason I'm saying that is because of the way that she has in the past, when I first got her, how she responded to me being in the car, walking away from the car and such. She would totally panic. So if she manages this, even if she doesn't totally make it, I'm going to be more than impressed with her. This is a Herculean feat for this little dog. So what I need to do is put her e-collar on her, so that way I can beep her and let her know when to come to me. So guys, let me go home and let me put the collar on, and then we'll see you here in just a few minutes. Okay, because the cement is a little bit warm, I'm going to have Peachy wait here on the towel for me. Peachy, come, babe. Peach, come and place right here. Right here. Now wait. Okay, Gail. I'm going to get in the car, and I'm going to start moving backwards, and then just go ahead and start re-recording. I'm going to put this on pause for just a moment, though. Okay. Okay. Gail, go. Oh. Slow, slow, easy, easy. Wait. Okay, good. Quarter mile. What? Okay, we're at the quarter mile, so stop. Peaches! Come! Come on, baby! That's my girl, I see you! Let's go, let's go! Peachy Peach! Yes! Yes! Okay, do you see her over on the left? Here she comes. Yes, baby, come on! You can do it, Peachy! Come on, baby, you got it! Yes! Yes! Woohoo! Peachy, you did it! Good job! Come on, baby, come on! That's my beautiful good girl. Nice work. Okay, and car jump. Yes! Good work. Okay, Peach, you know what? That deserves a treat. I told you. Come on. There you go, love. Nice work. That was really hard work. You did amazing. So there you have it, guys. I'm not trying to put anybody down, but check this out. Zach George, Victoria Stillwell, all those other guys, McCluskey and everybody else. When you show me that you can do this with a dog, then I'm going to respect you as a dog trainer. Then I'll hear what you got to say. But until then, you're full of BS as far as I'm concerned. Prove it to me. Stop talking and wasting my time and my oxygen. Get off your high horse and do something. Prove it. Peaches is not an elite dog. Peaches is not some fancy dog. She was a reject. She was on the euthanasia list. Nobody wanted her. She wasn't even potty trained when I got her. She was terrified of humans. She would freeze, vomit, and defecate when people would approach her. Okay? You take a dog like that and you turn it into what you just saw there. A confident dog that is bonded and loves her mom. Okay, guys? Until then, Zach, I don't want to hear anything about what you got to say. I don't want to hear any of that crap coming out of any of your other mouths. Okay? All these people who are claimed to be dog trainers and behaviorists and rehabilitators, well, when you can do what you just saw me do with this little dog, then you can call yourself a dog trainer and a rehabilitator. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, thoughts, or ideas or comments, please feel free to put it below. As you can see now, why it's Team Peaches. It's got nothing to do with me. It's Team Peaches. Dog training and education. We'll see you next time, guys. And please hit that like button. And if you can, go ahead, be part of my team here. And you know, be a subscriber. That always helps. If you have any, like I said, if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or you want to know more about what I do with dogs, please feel free to let me know. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time at Team Peaches. Bye-bye now.